Hello everyone and welcome back to Brooksburk Zoo. For the last time we are starting our video in the Garden of the Origins. For the last time because we finished this area in the last episode. Well, not completely. As you can see here on the right side, we still have some work to do around our lake. Some planting and rock work and landscaping and stuff like that. But overall, we're finished with the area. You can already see that I did some work on the roof of our building as well. I put some plants and some rocks on top of it to make it look more like a natural hill in there and to make it more disappear with the landscape. I asked you guys in the last video if I should do something like this and you told me it would look nicer, and I completely agree because I like it so much more right now. And I also do think that our beavers are pretty happy with their habitat. Well, at least as I deselected the animal welfare, because I told you in the last video that the beavers were not happy with their habitat because it is not enough water space in there, which I would disagree if you think about beaver habitats in zoos. So this is quite big for them, I would say. But yeah, I had to deselect the animal welfare, something that I didn't want to do as I started Brooksburk Zoo. But here we are. Yeah, because the beavers were in the red on their scale, and if it would have been in the yellow, I would be totally okay with it, but red would not be great because it would attract some protesters, and I don't want to have that in Brooksburk Zoo. So what are we going today? What are we going to do today? We are going to start the creation of our little South American area, and we're starting with a reptile this time. We're starting with the Galapagos giant tortoises. Well, you might say Galapagos giant tortoises are not South American per se. Well, I kind of would agree, but yeah, we don't have that many reptiles here in Brooksburk. When I think about it, we only do have one reptile, and that would be the Asian water monitor, if I'm correct, which has a habitat in the Brooksburk Castle. But no other reptiles in here. So I thought it would be time for some reptiles, and the only reptile that would have made sense with an outdoor habitat in this climate would be a giant tortoise. And as I wanted to go for South America, the Aldabra giant tortoise wouldn't have been right because that's more like African, I think. So we were going for the Galapagos giant tortoise. And you also might have noticed that this video is a little shorter than you usually, than the videos that I usually do. And I have to tell you something. I forgot to record the second part of the video. So the only thing that you will see me doing is building the house for the animals, which is pretty nice, and you might have seen me creating habitats for animals for quite some time, so you might have gotten used to it, how I'm doing things, how I'm doing landscaping, how I'm doing the plants and stuff like that. So I hope you guys won't be too mad at me that I forgot to hit the record button again. So I wanted to have something like, in the style of a little bit of a greenhouse for the tortoises, where they can go into, and when it's colder outside, it would be pretty warm in here because all the glass windows in here and the glass roof as well, so the heat would be pretty much higher than in the outside when the tortoises are in there. Yeah, I think I have difficulties talking again. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is what I always like to do, so copying things around, rotating it and make it look pretty. Why did I start with the tortoises? We have some small spaces in here between in the area from our elephants right next to the South American area, the future South American area, and so I wanted to have a smaller animal in here. And as I told you guys, we don't have any reptiles in here, and giant tortoises are go-to animals in my opinion for almost every zoo. You do have them in almost every big or small zoo, so I thought we need to have them in Brooksburk. Yeah, so in the next episodes we are going to have a few more of the South American animals. We do have quite some space in here, so I'm not quite sure. I wanted to have a co-joint habitat, at least one co-joint habitat, because I wanted to have a habitat with the maned wolf and with the giant anteater, and maybe also with the capybara in there, because I thought this would be so great. And maybe we're going to have a habitat for the giant otters as well, because the only aquatic animal that we do have here in Brooksburk Zoo, if I'm correct, no, it's two, are the penguins. So the little blue penguins that we do have in the Oceania area, the Paradise Beyond, and the African penguins that we do have in the classical zoo. So it would make sense to have at least one more aquatic animal. And I also want to know what you guys think, what animals we should have here in the South American area as well. I'm thinking of another monkey, so like the capuchin monkey, that would fit in here perfectly. And yeah, as I said, a co-joint habitat for the maned wolf and capybara and giant anteater. So what do you guys want to see else? I would be happy to build something for those animals, because as I told you already, we do have quite some space left here. Oh, and I still forgot about something. Again, you guys know what time it is right now. It's the best time for you guys to hit the like button for this video and also to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the last few episodes on Brooksburk Zoo and all the new material that is coming after that. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't miss anything else on my channel. Yeah, what I wanted to have here was something like an extended viewing to the inside of our pavilion here. So I deleted some of the walls. You can already see on the left side. Here on the right side we are going to have the gate for our animals where they can walk to the outdoor habitat, which I didn't record, but you will see it in the end of the video. I did a little bit more of a real-time part so that you can enjoy it a little bit more. And I wanted to have an extended viewing area, so the gap that I left on the side towards our viewers path, we are going to have an inverted viewing. So we're going to have a little area where we can nearly step inside of the house to get closer to the animals. So that is something that I'm going to create in a minute. But I also wanted to have a pool in here for the animals. It's a shame that the animals are not doing it in the game, but I can remember the habitat in the Zoo of Munich. They do have a pavilion for the giant tortoises as well, and they do have a pool on the inside. And the animals love to go inside the pool and not really take a swim in there, because giant tortoises can't swim, but they love to go in there to cool themselves down, to have a nap in the pool as well. So yeah, I wanted to have something like this in here. First of all, it's a shame that the animals are not going into the pool in the game, because the giant tortoises, as I told you, can't swim, so they won't go into the water. Even though the water is very shallow, they won't go in there. The next shame is that it took me so much time to create this, and well, it was not that much time, but yeah, it took me some time to create this, and the water levels in this game are just ridiculous sometimes. You guys know that already, so you can only have water in levels of a meter. Yeah, not even a half meter, so just a meter. So if your terrain is in an awkward height, yeah, the path towards the water will be very steep. And this is the case in here. So I had to lower the whole inside of the habitat down to have the water in the correct level for this little pool, so that they do have a shallow pool in here. You will see it in a minute. And after I did all of that and I made that effort to make it work, I put the barrier around it and tried to put in the water again, and was not able to put in the water again. So right now we're going to say the pool is dry. We don't have water in there because the pool is going to be cleaned by our staff members, so that's the reason why there is no water in there. Here you can already see how low the water level was in here. So yeah, not that cool. Yeah, and here I'm lowering the terrain so that the pool would be on a better level for the animals, so that they could actually walk in there, which they are not going to do, as I told you already. Yeah, and now we're bringing in the water. You can already see that the water is all around here because, yeah, because annoying, just annoying. But whatever. It is what it is. And so I said to myself, we're going to work with that. But yeah, as I told you, in the end it was not going to work out. We have a dry pool in there. Whatever. So here I'm now preparing the viewing point for our animals, which the in-game visitors can't use. But if we're walking in the viewer's perspective through the zoo, we would be able to go in there and have a nicer look at the animals. A nicer and a closer look. And as you know me, guys, I'm always trying to make a viewing part for my habitats that is quite a little bit different to the other habitats, so that we do have something special in every episode. At least I'm trying to do something like that. And I hope I can keep up with all the ideas in the next few series as well. But I think we don't need that much ideas for myself in the next series, because I told you that I'm trying to do a recreation, and I think the recreation is going to be in English language, because I'm recreating the zoo of Amersfoort, so the Deeren Park Amersfoort, which I'm going to visit in June this year, and taking a lot of photos and videos and stuff like that, and trying to recreate it. Which will work out pretty well, I hope, because I never did something like that. And I also don't know if I like that, because yeah, recreating something is limiting yourself, because you have, yeah, you can't bring in that much own ideas, because you have to do exactly what the real zoo is looking like. So yeah, I'm excited for that, but I'm also a little bit frightened. And here you can see now what I was talking about when I said I wanted to have an inverted viewing area here. As I said, I don't know if inverted is the right word, but yeah. It made sense for me at that time. Yeah, so we are almost done with our building, which also means that we are already very close to the end of the video, as I told you guys, because I did forget to record the rest of the video. I just noticed it when it was already finished, so I took a small tour around the whole building and the habitat so that you can have a look at it when it is finished. And yeah, but I promise you guys that I won't forget that once again in the next video. I really do promise you. Yeah, so with that being said, it is time to look at our completed habitat right now. Here you can see the whole habitat is finished, the viewing area. We don't have the signs in here already, but yeah, when we are going to have the animals in there, we're going to have the correct sign in here as well, because there's definitely no elephant living in here. Yeah, even though the Asian elephants would fit in here, the females at least, because they are so tiny. Yeah, so I'm leaving you guys with the real-time part now. I'm looking so much forward to hear from you guys what South American animals you want to see here in the South American area, in the last area that we are going to build in Brooksburk, before we finish it. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, even though I did miss a part. If you did so, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, which is going to be out next week. Oh, and don't forget to tune in on Wednesday to Litchfield Zoo if you can speak German, or if you don't mind me speaking German, because it's going to be the last episode of Litchfield Zoo. We are going to finish Litchfield Zoo after more than a year, which is a sad moment, but also a very happy moment as well. So tune in. Bye guys, take care.